If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as follow me and subscribe to me on all my other social media platforms. What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back once again to the Thrash Maniac 99 YouTube channel, and I am back with another episode of Under the Radar for you guys. And this week we're talking about two albums that came out during the weekend of July 28th. And, well, both of these bands are relatively close to my area. One's from Cincinnati/Newport, Kentucky, and one's from Toledo. So, some Buckeye/Kentucky alum on this week's episode. And we're kicking things off with Machinations of Fate with Celestial Prophecies. So this came out on Redefining Darkness Records. So when I saw this band from the Cincinnati, Newport area, and they were on Redefining Darkness, I figured this should be really good. This is a melodic death/thrash metal band, and 10 tracks, and some of them go quite long, kind of like almost like they were getting a little bit progressive on a couple of tracks. But pretty much, if I were to describe this album musically, it focuses on like soaring melodic death metal melodies with some aggressive thrash metal energy. But there's also some somber melodies that do kind of get snuck in there here and there, but also you do get some cool death metal triplet chugs and triumphant tremolo riffs. So it's basically almost like a blender of all things extreme and melodic, but mostly within that melodic death metal thrash metal combination. There were a lot of moments on here that made me think of bands like Skeleton Witch and maybe The Haunted, and even some like intricate guitar work that you would hear in like early Death and Testament to some extent. So if you are a fan of Skeleton Witch, Death, Testament, and The Haunted, you'll find some stuff you'll like on here. For me, I thought this was a pretty solid album. I give it an 8 out of 10. Definitely it's a new band looking to find their way, and I think the next album, whenever that comes, will be a lot better than this. But we'll see. And now on to the second and final album, and that is, excuse me, Astralborne with Across the Aeons. So this came out on Prosthetic Records, so Prosthetic's been getting some pretty good bands as of late. And Astralborne is no different. This is a Toledo-based melodic death metal band. So kind of a melodic death metal-centric episode, but Astralborne's way more proper melodic death metal. And melodic death metal has been a style I've been a little bit picky on. Whenever bands get a little bit way too sing-songy or not aggressive enough, it loses me. But here with Astralborne, they got the balance right. You got intense death metal riffs with some epic melodies and a lot of classic heavy metal flair all throughout. You still get some awesome triplet chugs that you get from death metal, but also some of the thrashy rhythms of like the early melodeath sound, and some wonderful guitar solos, some even harmonized. This almost feels like a blend of the Swedish melodic death metal sound and the Finnish melodic death metal sound. Like the Swedish bands, of course, In Flames, hell, they do a great cover of December Flower by In Flames, and they absolutely nailed it. But also, like, I would say Dark Tranquillity and At the Gates. But also, even some Deathclock kind of was thrown at me a little bit, which is odd. But the Finnish bands I definitely hear notes from on here are Insiphirum, Kalma, and especially Insomnium. But I would say primarily, if you are a fan of Insomnium, Kalma, In Flames, and Deathclock, you will love this album. I absolutely did. 9 out of 10. This is awesome melodic death metal done fucking right. And I can't wait to get my copy of this. Maybe next month, whenever I actually take a trip up to Toledo, and maybe I'll meet my boys at Thralls of Metal up there. But we'll see. But of course, these are all just my opinions. What did you guys think of these two albums? Let me know in the comments below as well. The links to the albums will be in the description below. And until next time, keep your horns high and your dreams wet.